Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I am my own cameraman today because people are inside doing some things, and I also like to go at my sort of own rate and be able to do things the way I want to do them. And like we say, too many chefs in the kitchen, right? So it's one of the reasons I wanted to do this today. Oh my God, I love green tea. I need it so much for my voice. Today it's so beautiful out here. Half our sky is bright blue and the other half is like a stormy gray. We were supposed to have tornadoes where I live, and we got lucky we did not have them. So how are you guys? Again, thank you for tuning in and subscribing and all your beautiful messages and all your lovely comments. And it was just so wonderful to hear from you guys. Very, very cool. So our topic today, I'm going to do another pick a card, was how well do you fit in? Now, the reason I find this topic important today is because I remember when my children were born and some of their first days at school, and how India immediately felt involved and included, and was received very well. She was very sociable, she was very alpha, but she was funny and cheerful, and she loved food, so she'd be really goofy and things. Oh my God, she was so ridiculous. She would, when I'd bring her to the beach in the park, she would go up and just sit on somebody's beach blanket and start eating right out of their bag of Cheetos. I remember when she came back all covered in orange dust, and I was like, what the hell? And she's like, Cheetos, and she goes like that, and the couple next to us were like waving because I was changing Hagen's diaper or something, and I was like, but my mom said I was like that too, like I trusted everybody. I had just a weird thing like that. So it is important how well we get on with others, especially because that's how we teach our children too. We're sort of the platelet, how we receive others, how we are not bigoted, how we're not racist, how we're accepting, how we're not judgmental. That factors heavily in how our children see the world. It really does. I mean, I'm so lucky. It's like my daughter not only is gay, but she has an African American lover, and I'm so psyched, and because you know, she is true to who she is in that respect, you know what I mean? And my mother loved women, and it is what it is, you know, the heart wants what it wants, and when you're secure in yourself, you could care less, right? And she was so ridiculous, and she always would get these crazy friggin' rat's nest in her hair. And I remember once at Christmas, I was like, oh my God, she had like some chocolate Maltese stuck in there. And I was like, I can't even. I'm like, somebody else take care of this. So funny and friendly. And Hagen was always a little shy. So my concern was, wow, how will they fit in crowds and with other people and things like that? It's important how we socialize and get on with one another. And our biggest helpmate is to remember, we don't know what these people have been through. We don't know their family issues. We don't know if they've suffered traumas or abuses. You know, and my mother was fantastic with that. She worked with very special needs schizophrenics, bipolars, and people that were heavily medicated, and she'd go in, and she was kind of a medical intuitive. She knew whether they were over medicated, and they would tell her too. They called her Susie, my lawyer. They'd say, Susie, I don't feel good. I feel too sleepy. My stomach hurts when I have this. And she would fight for their cause, and she would get their medications regulated. You know what I mean? So, I've always felt like if you're accepted by society or somewhat rejected in certain things, sometimes, on the basketball court, if you can kick ass, that's great. But then maybe if you're in a conference room and then you feel a little out of your element, how people can behave differently, for sure. So group one, I'm going to do this with cards because I like this, and this is a shout out to Madison. It was her idea and I love it. And half the time, okay, number one is going to be Ace of Summer. We'll do it through imagery if you like that. And then this fairy, Four of Spring, is number 2. And then this fairy is number 3. I love fairies. In fact, I wore a citrine headband today because I love sparkly things, not overdone. Like, I love sparkle and twinkle and all that, but I feel like after a certain age, you kind of have to have some refrain, you know what I mean? Dudes, I bought some rainbow flowers yesterday to do my thing. I just remembered this. I'm going to kill my husband. I was like, oh, look at these flowers. They were dip-dyed rainbow, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I'm like, oh, India probably took them in her room because she loves flowers. I found them thrown in the backyard in a heap, just like tossed out the back thing. So obviously when he brought groceries or home, they were in his way. That's another thing. You're never going to be well received if you're disrespectful of other people's things. I was so excited about these flowers, like to an insane degree. And I thought, oh my God, that says, I don't care about what you think is a special treat or whatever. And that's another way that we're accepted well, when we are respectful of other people's avenues they want to go down. That's all. So I'm going to get going. Number one, we're going to go for. I'm going to hold the cards up because the lighting, I had to pull back a little bit to be in the shade. Six of Pentacles. I've had the Six of Pentacles in every read. Two of Wands. And Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is sort of how well do we fit in? Oh, there's monarchs flying around my yard. It's so beautiful. You know, how well do we fit in? And today I promised myself to really slow down and listen to my five senses. My smell especially. I want to be around things that smell really beautiful because I'm kind of regenerating from all my heavy workload. And to be outside, I'm wearing no shoes today, just barefoot outside. And just chilling out. And we all need that sometimes to just really ground out. You see people in their eyes and their face when they get really burnt out. And I just feel like today just being feminine and soft and chill and just chilling out and like taking care of myself and having a fun read outside with you guys. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Seven of Cups. All right, so how well you're perceived. Okay, in this group, I see you as seeing yourself as outcast. I don't know why, but you see yourself as different, a little artsy. You're not one that likes to meld in with, I always call them the beiges. They're just like corporate people, you know, they dress the same, they're in navy suits. You see them on the sidewalks after or during while they're having lunch and they just seem the same. They seem like a bunch of sheep. And I've always thought of people in terms of animals, like people start to look like animals to me. And I asked my son once, what do I look like? And he said, oh, you're a giraffe penguin mix. I said, you have a really long neck and you have that coloration, but you like to do fun things and you like ice. I was like, that was so funny because don't people look like animals? Some people definitely look like birds, like bears a lot of times. It's amazing how many people look like bears. But you, this is funny, you see sometimes of yourself as an outsider, really. Not someone who would care to be even in that mix of the corporate world, but you're fair. And the Six of Pentacles is about sharing. So you share that perspective of others. Hey, they probably have to earn a living for their family. And you can be a bit of a chameleon and fit in when you need to be with the art community, with the corporate community. Yeah, you're good at blending. Sagittarius and fire signs, they're mutable. So mutable signs can really adjust. I know I can pretty much go anywhere and do anything and fit in because I observe first in the mannerisms and what's going on, for sure. Yeah, you just, you know, it's almost like you can blend into your surroundings by being really aware of how people are speaking, moving. I'm watching all the crazy animals run around my yard right now. It's ridiculous. And how people are operating. Yeah, because people operate on different levels and you're really noticing that and you're very astute to that. And plus you don't feel like you have to participate or put in your 2 cents. You're more an observer in that. And the Two of Wands is wonderful because that's the sense of you looking out on the horizon to what you want to accomplish and you realize people are part of that. So you treat them well because you realize burning bridges or being unfair or unjust or not being honest and authentic isn't going to get you places. Like you're very aware of that, which is great. And Seven of Cups too. It's funny because a lot of times seven, what I see in this blend of this though with that cup is sometimes you need to retreat and you need to rest because I feel like you give a lot of yourself emotionally and you're very caring, so you get drained, you know what I mean? And you have to ground out and bottom out because of that. And that does happen. A lot of people have that. They get socially exhausted, they give, and then they're like, here's your oracle card. You are the Queen of Autumn. You're going to be practical and respect how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful. I love this. I'm heavily into improving my environment. Like I love brocades and silks and flowers and fresh things and fresh fruit. And you're like that as well. You're like, why have things be gross and crunchy when they could be nice, right? Like you ever get in somebody's car and you wouldn't think in a million years that car would smell like hot Chinese garbage or like somebody left diapers in there. Sometimes, or you walk in someone's home and you're like, oh my God, like you never think. Sometimes the most repressed, quiet people have the most opulent, weird, far out gear. And sometimes the people that you think are so hipsy, gypsy or whatever, everything's like marble and gilded. It like some things just don't make sense. Personal taste doesn't end. And you do lovely in this because you're not judgmental about it. You realize everybody deserves to have their own taste. People deserve to be eclectic if they want. Mine is definitely, I like color. Color rocks my world. So I love reds and yellows. And yeah, I feel like, you do well, you adjust, you're very mutable. And that's important in life because in order sometimes to get along, we kind of gotta go along. It's not that important, it's just a moment. We don't have to put our stamp of approval on everything, right? Who cares, man? Just let people be what they wanna be. For Jersey and New Jersey. So that's you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and welcome if this is your first time watching a video. All my links are below for all my private reads and the stuff I'm doing. And right now, I just figured out this thing 5 in the morning. I'm a morning person. I got up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna do a video and a course in how to kill or blossom in a relationship. I had done all this research, we did stuff, and we got a bunch of people's opinions, and I have a lot of males in my family because I always thought these things, but it was hard to put into work until I started researching and getting the answers to it. And there's these, it's called the 7 deadly sins we'd gathered, and it basically turns somebody off to you immediately if you project 2 or more of these things. So if you want to know about that, click on my link, get my email, and I'll tell you about this course. It's like a 20-minute taping and it's fantastic. Okay, so 5 of Cups. This is number 2 now we're starting. I know sometimes I get sidetracked because I get so excited. Page of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Okay, wow. Ooh, I got my hairdo. It almost fell off. My tree that my husband planted over there, I love this thing so much. It ended up being like sky high, and it makes a certain sound when it's windy. It's almost like a shuffling of cards or paper. It's very beautiful. Okay, so let me see. Queen of Pentacles is really good. Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, this is pretty clear. You quietly become the leader in social situations. And you first off, and you look around, five of Cups is usually looking to loss, looking in the back, what you're missing instead of paying attention to what's right in front of you, the present. You know what I mean? This is an owl gazing at 2 cracked eggs as opposed to the eggs that need his attention. So all you have to do is shift your focus. Again, this whole thing is about perspective, how you can fit in, how you can do well. I have so many woodland critters. I feel like literally like a buffalo is just going to come charging through my backyard. Page of Pentacles. Pentacles. Pages I like because I feel like they harbor messages to us, and your higher self is speaking to you. Like when you're in a social situation and somebody's being holier than thou or annoying, your higher self is going, it's really not that important. Really, if this person is preaching dogma and thinking that what they're saying is fact because it's their opinion, you could care less. You are now being able to categorize that for what it is, and you're not going to waste your time or effort on arguing silly things. And here's why: you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're earning money. You're going to be earning more and more money. You're fitting in. You're moving in higher echelons too, and parts of society and mixing with people. And it doesn't even matter. My whole life I've dealt with very, very wealthy billionaires down to homeless people. I like to hang out on the beach and talk because they're interesting and I love them. You know what I mean? And lots of times people think that their opinions are fact because they have more money. Not so. And you realize that. And so you have ideas and things you're going to formulate that are going to turn into money because you're very persuasive at this point. You have a high persuasive personality. You know the power of suggestion because you also have the facts and education to back these things up, and you study up on it and you realize you can separate fact from fiction, which is very important in life because I've always been able to read into somebody when I really look at them. I know if they're telling me the truth or not. Makes people uncomfortable. Unless they've known me for a long time, I don't really befriend people very easily because I like to observe and see what's going on. I mean, everybody's like, oh yay, Mel's here, whatever, but I'm like, they don't like to fabricate stories while I'm around because I know what they're doing and it makes them uncomfortable. I don't know why, but you're like that now. You know, you're very persuasive and people like to be in your presence because you're also helping them and you want to make them money too. So you're very welcome wherever you go. Somebody said I'm going to pull you an oracle card too. Ooh, the Five of Winter. I love the art in this. You're walking away from dishonest associations. You realize, what you thought you wanted was best for you isn't. There's something better down the road. What happens is sometimes we get embroiled in social situations and we think it's great and people are wonderful. People are always going to put their best foot forward, especially if they want something from you. Absolutely. It's just the way of the world. We have to understand people, they're products of their environment a lot of the time, so they want to excel sometimes at all costs, but you realize that, so you're like, yeah, so you're living lighter and cleaner because of that. Good for you. So if that's you and you're checking out, don't forget to like and press that subscribe button. We have a lot of great things coming. I'm going to do fun giveaways. All my links are below for private reads. And hurry if you want it done for August, for October, for August. Yeah, I'll see you in August. I'm going backwards in time. Yeah, if you want to have your Halloween read, because I love Halloween and people are going mad for that. So again, all my links are below if you need help with that. And this is going to be number 3. I have a very specific message for 1 or 2 people on this first card, and I feel it really strongly. And I want to right now offer my condolences of what has happened to you in some past relationships. With this 3 of Swords placed where it is, I feel like you have been almost under a torturous regimen with an ex-husband or ex-boyfriend where they really just took advantage of you on every level. And, oh, there's doves in my yard. What the hell? You'll hear all the birds. Yeah, somebody has... they've taken advantage of you in every way, and they left you with a shredded heart, and you're just starting to put it back together. So you were isolating for a while. That's for a specific few. But now, and even if that is you, now when you move into temperance, you're very welcome in social groups where you work and in your family, because you have a sort of an unbiased viewpoint of life where you're like, you accept people that are, I just call it, if they're obnoxious or lame. Hello, it's the mailman. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. It's the mailman. The mailman. Yeah, they know that you're understanding and that you're accepting and you're not judgmental. They love that. Temperance. Got stuff from Amazon. I ordered these gold Egyptian coins, and I'm going to do them in a fun giveaway because these things are magic. I bid on stuff that I know is of really high value, and like people just let it go. I'm like, are you kidding me with this stuff? I'll show you. That's another thing. We'll do a show on how to detect high value in things. Coins, I know. Jewelry, I know real jewelry. I went to a yard sale once and I got a double strand of jade clasp pearls for $1. I even told them, I was like, these are real. Do you know that? And they're like, we don't care. Everything has to go. I was like, okay, thank you. Here's your dollar. Da, 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 da. Yes, how to detect value. And with this too, you detect value in people, which is beautiful. There are high value people. There are people that really care about you and they listen to you and they want what's best for you. You know that. You're starting to see that. And 3 of Cups is the result of that. You're having good companionship. You're having that nice glass of wine with people, or sangria. I feel like you guys like Mexican food. A lot of you, I keep seeing Mexican food at Mexican restaurants. And you like to celebrate and be with these people. You know they're light, happy. I love that aria. My favorite song from that is Happy Shiny People. I love it. Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands, except for U2. I've always been in love with Bono and Larry Mullen because I ran into them in the streets of Boston when I was 18, and my friend Jeannie's like, oh my God, it's Bono. And I go, get out. And she goes, yeah. And she starts to go the other way. I'm like, where are you going? And I go right up and I'm like, are you Bono and Larry? He's like, yeah, Larry's shopping for a leather jacket. And we just found one. We just were chatting with them and they hugged us and we're like, we're going to your concert tonight. You guys are awesome. It's like, oh, cool. I hope you enjoy the show. Just like chatting, because I don't get starstruck. I did some things in Beverly Hills for a while and I just don't. I'm not impressed by that. I'm impressed by the human being. But it was like, it's that type of thing too. You're celebrating with people, and I feel like bringing that up, I feel like you guys are going to be going to concerts, you're going to be going to cool shows, you're going to be going to Broadway shows, you're going to be going to really cool things with cool people that are artistic. And you fit in really well and you blend, because you're like, you have a good sense of humor and you're kind of silly about things and you're happy to go along. There will always be the alphas that have to make every damn plan in the history of the world, right? And it's like, I don't even care anymore. My husband's a super alpha. He threw my rainbow flowers out into the gutter like so much garbage. I can't believe he did that. When he gets home, oh yeah. He's afraid when I'm quiet, he knows something's wrong because I'm always chattering away, as you know. So I'm going to be all quiet and I'll be like, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like when people disrespect other people's things, and you're very respectful of people, places, and things, and that steers you well. And here is your, you are the queen of summer, yeah. So you're loving, comfortable, emotional, and intuitive. You listen to your heart. You have very good insights, and you're someone people can trust. So that is you. So have a great afternoon. Don't forget to like and press subscribe if you're new, because we have all this great stuff coming, and I'm gonna start doing shows all over the world. I swear to God, everywhere I go, I'm just gonna do the shows right there. I'm doing it. I just decided that right now, because I see things coming where I have to travel, and that's all right, and I'm ready. I've lived all over, and then I stayed still for a long time, but it's time to go again. So that's you. And then if you need any further readings, my link below for a private reads are down there. So have a great day, you guys. I'm my own cameraman again. Poor me. People throw my flowers in the dirt, like so much stuff. I'm gonna make them watch this video, and I'll be like, All right, you guys, so that's you. I'm gonna go upload this really quickly so you can watch it. Plus, I think it's gonna storm. We were supposed to have a tornado and we didn't, because God doesn't want me to be in Oz with all the weirdos.